The savannah. No, not that savannah. No, not that savannah. That savannah. The savannah. A vast grassland filled with, not as much filled as littered with trees and shrubs. The savannah exists in East Africa, South America, and Australia, but we'll get more into that later. Many animals reside in the various savannas around the world. Ungulates, or animals with hooves like zebras, giraffes, and what have you, exist in the African savanna. Big cats like lions and tigers, not bears, oh my, exist in the African savanna. Herbivores also reside in savannas. Birds of prey reside in the East African savanna. Marsh deer reside in the South American savanna, as do capybara. Kangaroos reside in the Australian savanna, but that's not all. Whiptail wallabies, wallaroos, gliders, and possums also reside in the Australian savanna. The savanna is located in South America in countries such as Colombia, Brazil, and Venezuela. It's also located in East Africa and northern Australia. Sorry, that was creepy. Conor suggested I put that in. Fires were very important to the savanna's ecosystem because it restarts the cycle of succession. Well, speaking of cycles, this is a chain. The food chain. In the savanna, one of the main producers is grass. Grass takes energy from the sun and produces it. Let's say it makes 100,000 kcals. Now, zebras, a primary consumer in the savanna, will eat the grass and they will get 10,000 kcals. Lions, a secondary consumer, will eat those zebras, get 1,000 kcals, and then when they die, buzzards, a tertiary consumer found in the savanna, will get 100 kcals. So you see, there's less energy at the top of the pyramid, at the top of the chain. Savannas all across the world contain vegetation. In East Africa and Australia, there are acacia trees. Less common in Australia are the acacia trees. Australia tends to have more eucalyptus trees. Shrubs litter the land in all three main locations for savannas. Of course, the biome contains grass. It is a grassland. Some abiotic factors in the savanna include annual rainfall, which is 50.8 to 127 centimeters, and that occurs during the savanna's wet season, in which the temperatures drop down to a chilly 70 degrees. Savanna soil is porous, so it drains out the water very quickly. And fires, as I said earlier, restart the succession cycle in that ecosystem, in that biome. An example of mutualism in the savanna occurs between the bullhorn acacia tree and some ants, a species of ants. They, the ants, climb into the acacia tree and they live inside of it. And the acacia tree provides it its shelter and its food. Now the ants get a shelter and food, and in return they are super protective of the tree and block possible predators of the tree, things that are trying to attack the tree or eat the tree. They protect the tree from those things. So the tree benefits and the ants benefit. Mutualism. An example of parasitism savanna is found in ticks. Ticks are common parasites and are found on many an animal. They suck on the blood of the animal, and the animal is worse for it, and the tick is better for it. Parasitism. An example of commensalism in the savanna is found when you see birds following animals, primary consumers, throughout the savanna. The primary consumers, the herbivores that are eating grass, are not really affected by the birds following them. However, the birds do benefit from eating the bugs that follow the animals as well. Commensalism. Here's a savanna fun fact, followed by a savanna not so fun fact. Most species are dependent on a different species in the biome for food, which means that if one species were taken out of the ecosystem, it would all fall apart. Unfortunately, in Australia, many pests have been introduced into the ecosystem, which has caused some problems. So think about that and enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.